Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? Oh my god, it's the coolest thing ever. It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere nationwide. I've never found a more perfect Valentine's gift. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. Seriously. So, if you're looking for a Valentine's Day gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.
Welcome to Change Your Story, the podcast that helps women build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life from the inside out.
I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition educator, and mindset mentor, and I am here to help you feel strong, confident, and free in your body, not by starving, shrinking, or punishing yourself, but by training with a purpose, eating with a purpose, and having faith through the process so you can change the way you see yourself forever. Inside this podcast, we break free from diet culture, perfectionism, and all the stories that have held you back. We rewrite the new ones rooted in truth, strength, and self-love. You will hear real talk, faith-fueled encouragement, proven fitness and nutrition strategies, and the mindset tools you need to stay consistent, stay focused, and believe in yourself again. If you are ready to stop starting over, build a life you love, and finally change your story, you are in the right place. Let's build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Let's rewrite your story. What is up, my girlies? Welcome back to the show. I'm so excited you're here. I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. For those that are new here, welcome. I am so glad you are here. But before we get into today's episode, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me into your space, into your time, into your heart and your mind. Oh my goodness, now I'm rhyming. I don't take that lightly. I know you could be doing 100 different things right now, so the fact that you chose to press play means more than you'll know. Maybe you are cleaning your house right now. Maybe you're in your vehicle driving somewhere. Maybe you're out for a walk, doing some cardio, or just sitting quietly in your house. Wherever you are tuning in from, I see you, and I am grateful that you are here. And as you are listening today, I want you to know this, that I want to hear from you. I love connecting with you. I want to know what part of this episode you loved, what part maybe made you really think, maybe what part even rubbed you the wrong way, because that usually means something important is happening, things to pay attention to. So please tag me on social media. I love hearing from you. Maybe send me a DM or even an email. I love, love, love hearing from you. It's so important for me to feel connected to you and hear your story. And I truly want to know how this lands for you, how this impacts for you. And again, if you are new here, I want to give you a little bit of context, okay? Stay with me before we get into today's episode. I promise we're going to get there. Today is actually a final episode of the Real Work series. This series has 9 parts, okay? Each episode is only about 15 to 20 minutes. Perfect for a quick walk, a drive, a workout, or even just a part of your morning routine. Again, if this episode resonates with you, I really encourage you to go back and listen to the rest of this series. I would love to know which episode hit you the hardest. I would love to know which one felt the loudest for you, which one felt like the most transformative. I would love to know. Give me feedback because I create this for you. My goal and my mission and why I have been put here on earth is to impact your heart and your mind so that you are so radically transformed from the inside out that you love everything about who you are from the inside out so that you can live a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Again, if this podcast has supported you in any way, I just have one small ask. It is my biggest ask, okay? Please share this episode with 3 people you know, family, friends, sisters, whoever, anyone you feel that this message could support or open something up for. Now, sometimes when we listen to a message, we're like, oh, someone comes to mind, send it to that person. And I want to know what happens. If it's something they're like, oh man, this spoke right to my heart, share those things with me. And if you haven't already, you can rate and review it. So that's just on Spotify, on Apple. Just go to the homepage of the show and scroll to the bottom. On Spotify, it might be different, but you can give it a 5-star. And then you can write a review of what you think of the podcast and what's impacted you. So it helps other women find the podcast. That is how we get found. That's how the podcasts work. The more ratings, the more reviews, the more it's impacting you. Let me know. Give me feedback by sharing, by commenting, by leaving a review and a rating. That helps other women find it too. And that really helps this podcast reach the right women who are searching for exactly this type of space and place to build a relationship with themselves. Again, I will say it and I'll continue to say it. Fit mind, fit body, fit life. That is the way this works, which transitions me into the next thing. Stay with me. I also want to take a moment, especially for my new girls, to talk about the Fit Club. What is the Fit Club? The Fit Club is not just a health and fitness app. Yes, there's workouts in it, from Pilates to weighted workouts to nutrition to meal plans, all of that good stuff. But it's a space and a place where we talk about strength, nutrition, consistency. But at its core, the Fit Club app is a self-relationship and personal growth platform. It's a space designed to help you build a relationship with yourself, your body, your mind, and your life, because real transformation doesn't start with doing more. Did you hear me? It starts with how you relate to yourself. And right now we are halfway through the Aligned Challenge inside the Fit Club. Being aligned, I should say, doesn't mean being perfect, intense, or extreme. Aligned means learning how to listen to yourself, trust yourself, move from self-respect, not self-punishment. That's the work we practice inside the Fit Club every single day. And so this episode is the closing, and it's also an opening. All right, it's the final episode of the Real Work series, but it's also the bridge into what's coming next. As we move into February, the month we usually associate with love, we are shifting into a new series about self-relationship. And I'm so excited because before we talk about loving anybody else, we have to talk about the most important relationship you will ever have, the relationship with yourself. Take a breath, settle in, and just be here with me, because today we're talking about the truth that brings this entire series together. You can't change what you are disconnected from. And this is where the real work begins. So I want to talk right to you this morning, okay? Wherever you are, your coffee, sitting, driving, on a walk, I am talking to you. Yes, if you're thinking, is she really just talking to me? Yes, you. You are the woman, the one woman I am talking to today who tuned in. This is for you. I'm not going to motivate you today. I'm not going to hype you up today. And I'm not going to give you another plan. All right? We are just going to talk honestly. This entire series has been about one thing, even if it didn't sound like it at first. And again, quickly reiterate, if you are new here, go and start this series from part 1. It hasn't been about motivation, not about discipline, not about willpower. It's been about why change has felt so hard for you. You've heard me talk about decision through this series, identity, beliefs, starting and stopping, inner dialogue, avoidance, breath, the body. And here's the thing, when you put all that together, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. You can't change what you are disconnected from. I'm going to paint a picture for you. You tell yourself you are unmotivated, but motivation was never the problem. Avoidance was. Avoidance of stillness, avoidance of your body, avoidance of sitting with yourself long enough to actually hear what's going on inside, yes, inside that mind. Here's a truth that I'll say again, and if you've been listening to the series, you know, you've heard it, is this. The truth that ties everything together is this. You can't demand transformation from something that you have never built a relationship with. You want to change your body. You want your habits to change. You want your life to change, but you've never been taught how to be with yourself. I mean, just you, without fixing, without forcing, or escaping. You know, I hear women, and I've heard dozens of women, maybe even hundreds of women, ask me this over the years of going through many transformations and, you know, being a mom and training and all of that is, I don't know how you have the motivation to work out. And, you know, at one point, my motivation may have been extrinsic, meaning it was very circumstantial. But what I have learned over this healing journey of my relationship with myself is this. It's something I really want you to hear. So you're listening. When something comes from love, you don't need the motivation. Do you get it? Things feel hard and like you have to, find the motivation because at the root of it, there's no self-love. You don't need motivation to love your children, do you? Or to love somebody in your life, do you? You don't. You just love them. You don't need motivation to take care of them or to feed them. You don't need motivation to spend time with those people. You don't need motivation to do the things that you genuinely love, right? It just is a natural part of flow, alignment. And so here's the thing. Love doesn't require motivation. The one thing that love requires is relationship. When movement becomes time with yourself, not punishment, motivation then becomes irrelevant. And so I want to say that love motivates you. Love motivates you to take care of the people you love. And so when you start from self-love, it will motivate you to take care of yourself. It will motivate you to choose differently. You don't need to motivate yourself to love. You do need to love yourself in order to feel motivated to do the things when it comes from that foundation. Here's the thing, you get to choose that. And this is why I called this the Real Work series, because the real work isn't supplements. The real work isn't peptides, girlies. The real work isn't hacks or plans or protocols. I know those things are all extrinsic. Those things are all outside of us, right? The real work is learning how to stay with yourself long enough to build trust with yourself. And if you haven't built that foundation on love, the rest will just collapse. The bottom will fall out. The rug will be pulled from underneath you. You felt it. You've yo-yoed. You feel like as you gotten older, your metabolism, something, all of a sudden it used to work and it doesn't work. It meant that you weren't building something on a solid foundation that, yeah, maybe for a while it worked, but then guess what? The storms come and they always do. And they reveal to you what foundation you have built it on. Here's the most important part that people skip. The reason you avoid breath work, the reason you avoid meditation, the reason that you avoid stillness isn't because they don't work. It's because they do. Stillness removes distraction. And distraction is how you've been avoiding yourself. The moment you slow down, the moment you breathe, the moment you stop doing, stop performing, stop forcing, you are left with you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your body, and your truth. And that's uncomfortable when you've never learned how to sit with yourself safely. When you are disconnected from yourself, everything feels like effort. Working out feels like force. Eating well feels like control. Consistency feels heavy. But when you are practicing being with yourself through breath, through stillness, through your body, you stop needing motivation because you are no longer trying to change yourself. You are learning how to be with yourself. And that's where relationship begins. Are you staying with me? Let's talk about breath for a moment. And if you listen to the last podcast, you know how important breath is and just how it mirrors our relationship to life itself. Your breath is the fastest way back into connection in your body. That's the truth. Your breath in you is life. It's life itself. You take away your breath, you're going to die instantly. You can live without food and water, but air, that life source flowing through you, the air in your lungs, you can't. Here's the thing. When your breath is shallow, meaning you haven't been breathing deeply, your life will feel rushed. When your breath is held, again, if you come from trauma, you know your whole body will feel tense. But you'll go to take a breath and realize you've been holding it. Your emotions, that's a sign your emotions are suppressed, right? Have you ever had a good cry and it felt like you had a release, you released air, or you got angry and you released emotions and you finally could breathe? Yeah. So when you feel like you're holding your breath and everything feels tight, your body, yourself is telling you you're suppressing emotions. Again, when your breath is avoided, so is your body. Because in order to connect to our breath, we're going to have to be conscious of sitting still long enough to breathe and connect to our body. And so you can't expect to connect to your body if you can't even connect to your breath. You are just disconnected. Breath isn't just a tool. Breath work and taking time to breathe properly is not just a tool. It's a mirror of how safe it feels for you to be with yourself. Yes. Give you some time to think about that. All right. This is where everything comes together. Practice means repetition. You don't build a relationship with yourself, your body, everything you are in one moment. You build it by showing up for yourself again and again. Stillness isn't something that you get good at. It's something that you just return to because you're returning to that time with yourself, with your body, with your breath, with your mind, checking in. Breath isn't something you master. It's something you practice. Presence isn't a personality trait. It's repetition. And your beliefs that you have are just practiced thoughts. Your behavior isn't random. It's loyal to those thoughts. Behavior always follows belief. It's following the beliefs that you've repeated, your thoughts, your actions, your words. And beliefs don't change through force. They change through repetition and safety. And I want to say this. Oh my gosh, there's never been a time where everything is so accessible and quick fixes seem so tempting. And I will say this, and listen to me now, because the woman that picked this up is the one that needs to hear this right now. No supplement, no pill, no injection, no protocol will ever override a belief system you haven't questioned. Because tools don't replace identity, and shortcuts don't build capacity. They bypass the relationship. I want this to really sit with you today, and I really want you to sit with this today. You never wanted the goal. Whatever it is right now, and I'm going to use weight loss and getting your body to a certain weight and look. It's not that you want. Okay, yes, that's what you think that you want. Here's what you truly want. You want the state of mind you believed that the goal would give you. I'll say that again. It's the state of mind that you will have when you reach the goal. That's what you truly want. That's what your soul truly wants. It's confidence, it's peace, it's freedom, it's safety in your body. It's a sense of being enough. That's why we chase that. That's why getting the thing never satisfies you. Because the thing was never the point. You know, you hear people that reach the goal and then they go, that's it. It was never the goal. That was the point. The goal wasn't the destination. The goal was the teacher. The journey was designed to pull out of you the mindset, the emotions, the emotional capacity, and the identity required to sustain what you were asking for. Here's the thing. When you skip the process, you don't feel fulfilled, not because you failed, but because you bypassed the part that was meant to transform you. And yes, you may be seeking an external transformation, but it will never be able to be sustained and withheld without the internal first. In order to get out, you must go in. The only way out is in. Do you understand? Are you getting me? Is this sinking in? And if it's not, go back and listen to the first part in this real work series. And I highly recommend you might have to listen to this 3 or 4 times before it gets in your mind and it starts to transform you. Repetition, repetition, repetition. How is muscle built? You show up and you strengthen it every day. How are you going to be transformed? How will your body transform? Yes, the nutrition in the workouts, but until you transform your mind, you will not actually have a fully successful transformation. Extrinsically, yes, you will, but you will be on a yo-yo for the rest of your life, and it will get harder and harder and harder because your highest self will be calling and calling and calling. And the more you ignore it, the harder it gets. And the more depressed and the more anxious and the more you start blaming your body. It's not your body. Your body is an instrument of your mind. It is 95% strategy, ladies. Not strategy. 95% mindset. 5% strategy, 5% tools, 5% of the things that you do extrinsically, the workouts, the nutrition, the routines, and it's 95% what you believe. So your beliefs are the reason you are where you want to be or not where you want to be. And I'll say this, I don't care how many courses or what you feel you should know. I've heard so many women say, I know this. I should know this. I should know how to do this. I've read so many books. Here's the thing. You've learned all the things. You've taken all the courses. You've bought program after program. It's not what you know. You can read every book. You can listen to every podcast. You can learn everything there is to learn and still not know yourself. You can be educated and completely disconnected because information doesn't transform you. Awareness does. Relationship does. Love does. Transformation doesn't come from consuming more. It comes from noticing more. Noticing what is working for you. Noticing the patterns you keep repeating. Noticing the moments you abandon yourself. You don't change by knowing more. You change by staying longer. And that's where awareness meets repetition. That's where real change begins. Here's the thing, you have everything that you've ever dreamed of having already inside of you. And when you learn that it is inside of you, you will love sitting with yourself. You will love your morning routine. You will love getting up early. You will not want to do the things that take away your mind, that distract you from building this relationship. There's so much to learn. So much to learn in the sense of yourself. There's so many layers. So much healing, so much transformation. What is inside you is so powerful, is so unique that there's not one other person on this planet that has what you have. And if you keep staying distracted, if you keep getting distracted with the external things and not build the relationship with yourself first, you're missing out on the gold. You're missing out on the treasure. The treasure is not outside of you. It's within you. You have to choose yourself again and again and again. Here's the thing. What you chase will always reveal the belief system that you are running on. Quick fixes, they reveal a belief. When you're chasing quick fixes, overdoing the life, they'll reveal that broken belief system. Avoiding yourself reveals a belief. Starting over, starting and stopping, reveals a belief. And beliefs change the same way they were built, through repetition. We have to change our belief system with repetition. That's why mindset work is every day. That's why in the Fit Club app, mindset is the foundation. You have to, every day, you literally have to write out your goals. You have to say your affirmations. You have to read something motivational. You have to journal. This is building a relation. You have to breathe. You have to meditate. It doesn't need to be a 2-hour morning routine. You can literally do this within 5 to 10 minutes. You could do 1 minute of breath work. Good, checked in. That's sitting also quiet with yourself. Boom, double check, meditation. Start small. Then you can journal what you felt after. You could go into the app and do the Power 9 Gratitude Journal or do the Dream Journal and write down your dreams and then write down how you need to show up today to embody that highest version of you. It will excite you. You will get excited about this because you will start seeing evidence show up in your life. I promise you. In order to get to where you want to be, you have to embody it now. So you have to work on your mindset about feeling that way now. You have to change your belief system. This is the real work. It is learning how to stay with yourself. It's learning how to listen to yourself. It's learning how to build a relationship with your body, with your breath, with your inner world. Because you can't change a body that you are disconnected from. And you can't change habits that you don't understand. And you can't rewrite beliefs that you've never been present enough to notice. This is the real work. And this is where your next chapter starts. This was the final episode of the Real Work series. I want to know what part of this episode impacted you. And if there's something that stuck out and you need to re-listen, I encourage you, re-listen to this episode as many times as you need to until that transformation hits your mind. You'll know because it will be like something awakens in you that you didn't see before. That's called perception shift. And here's the thing, a miracle is just a shift in perception. And that's where your transformation will begin. So are you dedicated to building your relationship with your mind and listening to something long enough for it to transform you and not hopping from one thing to the next? It's also doing a program long enough to see the results and not hopping from one thing to the next. It's reading something over and over and over and over again, the same thing until something shifts. Are you that committed to yourself? Are you committed to yourself, to building a relationship with yourself? Because again, I will say, when your relationship comes from self-love, motivation is a side effect. You do things for the people you love because you love them. You are motivated to do them because you love them. When you love yourself, you'll be motivated to work out, to nourish your body, to go for walks, to go to bed on time, to get rid of the alcohol, to, set boundaries, to believe bigger, to believe more. But it has to come from self-love, self-relationship. And this is where this series ends and the next one begins, which is self-relationship. And I'm so excited for this next series because we're in February. We are in Love Month and we're going to start with loving ourselves, girlies. So that is it. That is all. If you haven't yet, go rate it, go review it, go share it with friends, family that you know will impact their heart and their mind. Tag me on social media. Where were you tuning in from? Were you on your walk? Take a picture. Tag me. Tell me what episode you're listening to. What impacted you the most? Let me know. Communicate with me. I love connecting, communicating, encouraging you on this journey. That is it. That is all. Until next week, I love you all. Bye for now.